Today I'm talking about OCD, Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. In fact, this is the first video on a series on OCD and treatment methods and how to get the most out of those treatment methods. Hi, I'm Paige Pradko. Welcome to Therapy for a Better Life. Some of the most challenging cases that I work with are cases where people have severe OCD. It really has just taken over their life. Now, some of these symptoms include the obsessive thoughts or urges or images that just consume them. And the compulsions, they develop these compulsions really to get rid of or reduce the anxiety that are triggered by the obsessive thoughts. Now, OCD has a genetic base to it. In fact, most clients, when they look back in their family history, they notice different family members or maybe grandma or grandpa that had excessive hand washing or some kind of OCD, but perhaps it wasn't identified in those days. OCD is really exacerbated by stress in someone's life. It kind of waxes and wanes as they go through their life, but the stresses and major changes in their life, even if they're good changes, can really exacerbate the symptoms. It seems almost like OCD is trying to protect the person from dealing with what they should be dealing with in their life. And instead it's almost like a symptom flares up and it says, just think about this over here and just worry about this and don't worry about that thing over there that you really should be worrying about. So some of the common obsessions include contamination issues, fear of losing control, maybe harming or violence, stealing, blurting things out, unwanted sexual thoughts, religious obsessions, fear of illness, superstitious idea, maybe certain things are lucky or unlucky, or superstitious feelings about numbers, obsessions relating to performance or perfectionism, like evenness, exactness, ordering, fear of losing things, forgetting things, disregarding things. And some of the common compulsions are washing and cleaning, checking different things, mental compulsions like praying or counting or repeating certain phrases, different repeating behaviors, ordering, asking for reassurance, avoiding situations can also be a compulsion. So one thing I notice in a lot of my OCD clients are different things that I call secondary gain. Secondary gain are having some beliefs that almost reinforce the OCD symptoms, including thoughts like, I can't work if I have OCD. Or I can't be left alone if my OCD is this severe. People need to take care of me if I have OCD. I have one severe case of a client that has OCD, and her OCD was contamination, and it was so severe. Her husband took off work and took a leave of absence to help his wife. Now, this is not, sometimes secondary gain is not exactly conscious. It can be conscious or unconscious. But if she was alone in the house all day with her OCD symptoms and her husband takes off work to be with her to help her, that reinforces the client's OCD, whether she wants it to or not. It does, because she likes to have her husband home. That's an example of secondary gain and how that may actually reinforce the OCD. So I'm going to begin a series on OCD where I'm going to cover exposure response prevention treatment, and I'm also going to do a video on strategic exposure therapy. and also just some information on medications for OCD and other helpful hints to help treatment be the most effective that it can be. And I want to remind you that to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of those videos as they come up, and to like the series if you're gaining information and you'd like to hear more information like this. And also, if you have any suggestions on what you'd like me to cover in the future videos, please let me know in the comments section. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.